Okay, just getting things set up here. Won't be very long until we actually get started. Get that transitioned over. Close this. Just moving some things around on my desktop. Good evening, by the way. So, this here, that's fine. Close this. Don't have enough bandwidth to do many things at once. Evening there, Phil. Hope you had a good day at work today. Were you even at work today? Don't know. I lose track of who was around. Yes, you were, weren't you? That or you're incredibly dedicated out of hours. Work from home. Ah, fair enough. Right, okay. Trying to finish the season journey this evening. So, what do we actually have to do? 3 legendary gems to 70. That is going to take us all evening. They're currently about 53. 3 conquests this season. That'll happen along the way because 3 legendary gems to 65 is one of the conquests, and I've already got 2. GR70 solo, that would be nice. And another 17 things to put in Kanai's Cube. And then Skeleton King, of course. Yeah, so plenty to be getting on with. Let's kick this off. Hopefully won't embarrassingly die really quickly. That would be awful. Alright, let's have a quick assessment of where we are with things. So Simplicity Strength is what I'm currently leveling so that I can do another augment. We got 1 augment last time. Evening there, Wallafreed. How are you doing this evening? Hopefully you're doing fantastically. I only got this set on simple game. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, that's good. It's alright, just making sure the chat's actually visible. Yeah, so plenty to be getting on with. Mostly it's going to be just grinding to get these bad boys up. 57, 58 and 58, and I think the highest Greater Rift we've had so far is only about a 64, 65. So, yeah, we have plenty to do. A lot of the things we've got are actually kind of okay. Virtually none of them are ancient. And really, I want more ancient pieces before I start doing more augments like that one there. That's actually really good for me. In a restaurant. Ah, fair enough. Well, be sure to tune in later if you get home and you're not busy. But yeah, bon appetit in the meantime. I'm just going to get my phone out of my pocket. Sorry about the cable hitting the microphone. Just because leaning forwards is being a little bit uncomfortable there. Right, shove that on my desk. If it vibrates, so be it. Here we go. Need like 400,000 death's breaths because we've got 17 more things to put in the cube, at least. And yeah, Phil, take your time, mate. Get a chicken dinner, alright? Oh, what a nice rift to be starting with. So, plenty of stuff going on. Torment 13 is not hard for us at the moment. It's only Greater Rifts that we're having a little bit of trouble with. So I do need to bear in mind as I move forwards that things are going to get much, much harder as soon as I'm out of this regular rift. Although I do still need to do plenty of these regular rifts because I need all the death breaths. I'm using String of Ears at the moment. That eventually, hopefully, will be replaced by the Witching Hour. Increase my kill speed a little bit more. But other than that, every piece I have is correct. Maybe not the best piece for the slot, as in like slightly wrong prefixes and suffixes, but they're all correct in their own way. So good evening and welcome to everyone who's joining the stream. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask. I am this evening just planning on grinding rifts mostly, since that is going to make up the majority of what we have left on the season journey. We are doing a Blessed Shield build. It's very mindless now that it's set up. All of the cooldown reduction works well together so that I can keep profit up all the time. And then after that, everything is just cascading. Ooh, interesting. Thanks, Arthas. Yeah, sometimes YouTube doesn't actually accept the thumbnail update, even though it says it does. So let me try and fix that right now. Not create. Change thumbnail. Let's try uploading it again. Yeah, it does its own thing. It says updating thumbnail, and then it goes success, or rather, it says thumbnail updated. Your audience will see it in a moment. But sometimes it doesn't actually do it. No idea why. Anyway, I've tried re-uploading it, so fingers crossed. Thanks for pointing that out, though. All too often, people will just not mention, and then, well, like you said, just extra confusion for anyone coming past. Of course, that's not to say we won't be doing PUBG later. If we get everything done that we want to on Diablo 3, we might switch over. Or it might go back over to Hand of Fate. Not sure yet. But welcome. Hope you're having a nice evening. Hellcats. So my brother and I call those smasher guys with the pillars for legs Hellcats, because they're demons that aren't owned by any other Lord of Hell. They just kind of like go around and adopt demons in the area to be their masters and sort of work for them, just like cats. And they have a bad habit of coming up to you and rubbing against you, like cats do as well. Primal Butcher's Karma. Nice. The Butcher most definitely still inhabits his karma. Yeah, I'm not quite up to the point where I'm getting primals. 65, I think, is where my greater rifts are at. Hopefully we can fix that this evening.
Not ready yet.
Although I need a hell of a lot more death breath than I need greater rift progress. Rah! Ah, fresh meat, etc. You should put it in the queue, and then you can hear it for everything. Do these even work that far away? Oh, they do. That's good.
Like chaff before the wind.
So, if you're watching and can hear me, fingers crossed you can hear me just as well as you could before. I've changed the audio setup on this rig. It's going through a totally different process now. I've got like a virtual patch panel going into the microphone before it even reaches the compressor and gate and stuff. And while the technical details I'm sure are absolutely thrilling to you guys, the important thing should be it should sound the same, possibly ever so slightly better. But there's also slightly less lag now, so there should be less of a desynchronization between my webcam and my voice. And hopefully going forward there should be no desynchronization. Whereas before it used to slowly creep up over time, so like a 2-hour stream would have about a half-second gap at the end. So this should fix all of that. But yeah, do let me know if you can't hear me properly, because, well, sound settings and stuff all need to be retweaked and reset up. So I think I've done it all right.
Quickly. Patience.
I mean, obviously it's encouraging that people have been replying to me so far. No one's mentioned that I sound like a horse or a robot or anything like that. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to check is how far ahead of me in Paragon levels my brother has reached. Because I know he was doing his own season journey yesterday evening and playing on his Barbarian, and his Barbarian is currently running about 74s, so he's bound to be way ahead by now. So we've got some catch up to do there as well. Although that'll come with just the greater rifts that we're planning to do this evening, so that should be good. Come on, just like 2 more guys probably. Hopefully I don't actually sound like a robot. But I can always watch the stream back later and see how it sounded. Hey, Bloodmore. The other big thing that I changed recently was I actually finally bothered to give my Enchantress some gear. So now she doesn't die as soon as someone just looks at her. No, I sound like a bored British person. Fantastic. That is exactly me to a T. Alright, Kadala, give me belts. Spare witching arrow? No, boots. Give me boots. Boots or legs? Either or. Let's go for legs.
Well, isn't that nice?
Nope.
What? That is
And no.
expensive.
I had that thing.
A cup of tea with some honey. Oh, man. I could murder someone for a cup of tea right now. So, critical hit damage and a bit more into life. There we go. Sacred Harness? No. So, going to salvage up the majority of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Goodbye. No. New Traveller's Pledge. Is that better? No. It could be. No, it's worse. And I've got spare for re-rolling anyway, so may as well get rid of this one. Dump these all in here. And let's look at a 65. Yeah, 65. That's where we're at. Not going to bother empowering it. So, hoarding every... yeah. See, you think you've got that as a bad habit? Yeah, me too. Basically, the only reason I've got two of these is that I've got... That's what it is. An Ancient the Furnace to go in the eventual Condemn build that I want to try. So I've got a regular the Furnace as well. So yes, believe me, I know the hoarding problem very, very intimately. Why do I have another one of those? Probably to put in the cube. Yeah. Anyway, so 65s. Yeah, I think I will actually empower it. And let's work on our gems a bit for the moment rather than working up for another augment. Until I get another ancient thing, it's probably not worth me leveling gems to go on an augment. With nowhere to put them. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's see how bad this is. So this is, what, about 5 GRs higher than Torment 13 is equivalent. Poison is my weakness at the moment, so this is a great start. There we go. Yeah, the legendary hoarding problem almost makes me want to play non-seasonal, but not quite enough. My wings are fugly. That's fine. I will swap them over. I do have... Oh god, let's actually pause it. No, that unpauses. Fine, we'll do it after the rift because reasons. Yeah, I've got a nice assortment of wings. Don't have to have these stupid butterfly wings any longer. Time reasons, yes. Yeah, basically time reasons.
Not ready yet.
Moving on.
Not yet. By the light be damned.
So yeah, poison being my weakness is not great when you get surrounded by guys throwing or just generating poison a lot, obviously.
Not ready yet.
And these guys that turn into poison clouds when they die, that's kind of my biggest problem at the moment. I very nearly lost my character the other day to it.
Not yet.
Flight has been delayed due to reasons. Oh gosh, that is awkward. You would think... Well, they probably don't want to tell you because they don't want to, like, discourage you from flying again. Like, if they say for mechanical reasons, I can imagine that shaking some people's confidence in the airline. Although, it would give me more confidence to know that they've spotted, caught, and, like, stopped people flying because of mechanical reasons. Because that means their safety engineers are actually doing their job properly, you know? Channeling pylon. Things go faster. Yeah. Yeah, when people are like filling in the blanks themselves when it comes to reasons why a thing hasn't happened, they think the worst. Like, be it breakups, job reviews, I suppose plane cancellations, train delays, reasons why a bridge is closed in central London. Like, if they're not told why, they will think the worst on everything. Don't know what it is about the human psyche. Requires that we think of the worst and then fill that in immediately, but there we go. That's the way we seem to be hardwired. I suppose you might be fortunate. You could be one of those lucky people that is an optimist. I think most of us, certainly in England, tend to be more realists. Oh god, that is awful. Went for a breakup that was sorry reasons, but that's... My heart goes out to you, mate. That is like I've had breakups where they've just not told me in the past. Like, just been like, I don't want to talk about it, and that's pretty bad. But if they just like literally reasons, like that's even worse than just not being told, to be honest, because it means there is something. And it's probably you, and it's probably bad. No, I'm not saying it's probably you and it's probably bad, but you're like, that's where your brain goes, isn't it? Hey, yay. Fantastic. Well, presumably they're not one of your friends anymore.
Make your peace, but not ready yet.
Well, to lighten the mood a bit, I am very lucky myself to be happily married these days. None of this relationship drama for me anymore. No, got someone that really gets me and enjoys the same things that I do and supports me in all of my hobbies and also in my work, which is fantastic. It's really refreshing and nice to come home and not feel like it's effort, you know, because that's what you want. You want to come home and you want to like immediately just switch off and relax. She's in the other room playing Zelda at the moment on the Switch, which I just re-picked up. Last played it. Do a live stream with my wife. She has actually appeared on stream a couple of times, mostly when she's calling out numbers for Hand of Fate from the other room and then wanders past to bring me a coffee or something, rather than just like dual streaming or anything. She's a different sort of gamer, like enjoys more open world explory type games rather than action RPGs like this.
Burn in the light. Not ready yet.
And she usually gets a good chance to like play things before I do. So usually by the time I get somewhere, she already knows how to get past it, and she's like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." Like in a good way, not just like in a spoilers way. But she'll sit there reading and just chuckle as I'm struggling to overcome these puzzles, which seemed like they're aimed at about 6-year-olds.
Not ready yet.
Backseat gamers. Only when it's been like a frustratingly long time watching me try and do something the really obtuse way.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Yeah, my brother is more of a backseat gamer. Although he's been getting a bit better at it recently. As in, better at noticing that he's doing it recently. Alright, things! So many things. Let's pick up all of those. Yeah, I tend not to be quite so full of expletives unless I'm frustrated at a particular person. If I can't figure something out, I will just stubbornly keep trying it over and over again, hoping, well, not so much hoping, just firmly believing that it will one day be different. I do learn from my mistakes slowly. But yeah, I'll figure out a way to do it, and even if it's not the easiest way, I'll keep trying it until I succeed in that way, whatever it is. And then I'll find out there was an easier way and be like, well, I still did it my way, that's fine, don't care. I do really care. So, more trousers.
Someday, perhaps.
None of these. Yeah. Yeah, she had to die because plot reasons. Again, with the reasons. Anything I want to keep here? Necro stuff. Demon Hunter stuff. No. Possibly. No. No. Alright. Let's get rid of all of it. I will keep the star because I don't think I've got one yet. Let's have a look. No, no. It can go in here. Bones of Wrath. Yeah, if I was a Necromancer, that would be kind of nice. But I'm not, so it's not. 60 Forgotten Souls. I can do a reroll. Come here, Gerfalcon. We're going to try and make you ancient. So, Reforge Legendary. Nope. No luck. How does that compare though? High strength. No cooldown. No socket. So it doesn't matter. It's worse for the moment. Dump that back in there. And we'll come back in another 50 or so Forgotten Souls time. In the meantime, another Rift. It's going to be like that a lot this evening. Welcome to everyone who's joining the stream, regardless of where you're watching. This is going out on Twitch, YouTube and Mixer. Hopefully, wherever you're watching, you've noticed that there is a chat bot copying over the text that people write in the different chat rooms over. At the moment, it's just Arthas on YouTube talking, but do feel free to chat back. It'll all get synced over. Should be fairly obvious how it works. It just prefixes what is said with the name of the person that said it on the other chat medium. So, yeah. Enjoy. Akarat Primal. Ooh. I would not say no to that. That is very exciting. You're a talkaholic? No, I'm a talkaholic. Sometimes I realise when I'm streaming that I've basically just been non-stop jibber jabber for like an hour and a half or so. It's usually when my voice starts to go a bit croaky. And yet when I'm watching other streamers, like sometimes they'll just sit there in complete silence and just be like... Yeah, I find myself a little bit chattier than that myself. Like even when I'm recording for a separate like offline video thing and I'm streaming it, vodka always helps the voice. That's very true. But yeah, even when I'm recording for like offline things and I'm not actively engaging with the chat, I'm still usually talking over the video.
Patience.
So after all, like otherwise people could just watch a voiceless playthrough. Like why even stream with a microphone if you're barely going to say 2 words?
Not ready yet.
Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, we're fine as far as damage goes at the moment. I might be able to bump it up one more after this one. Not had any close calls. So for higher level rifts, would I recommend the Templar or Enchantress? Normally I go with the Templar. This is my first time actually trying with the Enchantress, and I have to say I am really enjoying the crowd control. Like I've got her built like this. So she's got push, missile ward, which has actually been surprisingly good, disorient, and mass control. And give her the S of Johann, and she's been pulling things together for my shields, and it's been really, really useful. I haven't needed the heal as much from the Templar, which is what I normally rely on. In fact, I feel like I've been using that as too much of a crutch throughout previous seasons. So I've been trying this, and yeah, the control aspect is just so nice comparatively. Especially now that she's not dying all the time since I gave her that immunity relic. Chickens are dangerous. Yes. Is that the flock of chickens that if you attack them, they just like all turn up out of nowhere and murder you? I've heard about, but not experienced that myself yet. Although I did hear someone said you can actually take them with you and have them get like bad, like really hard to kill bad guys killed for you by kind of throwing them in the path of them so they get stomped over and then go full on revenge chicken crazy. That seems cool in a very tangent way to kill things type way, you know? And of course the Witch Doctor is also a very dangerous chicken when he's using Manzuma's Gory Fetch, or however you pronounce it. I don't usually play Witch Doctor, so that might be slightly wrong.
Not yet.
Very nice. And another yellow. Awesome. It's good density around here at the moment. Let's just move straight on.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, see, when I was playing Witch Doctor, and we're talking like many seasons ago, someone asked me how it felt to be playing it, and I said like it feels almost like you're playing a different game. Like, if everyone's playing chess, you're playing drafts over the top of it, you know? Just because the interaction of how everything works together is just ever so slightly different. Not in a bad way, just it's not quite like the rules are applying to you in the same way that they do to everyone else. But also not in a way that gives you any advantage, it's just different. If everyone was playing chess, you'd be playing Magic the Gathering. Yes, nice.
Not ready yet.
Convention of elements, there we go. Switches around to fire, and all of a sudden we actually just start doing a lot of damage. So that was alright. Bit slow on the boss there, I think. But all in all, yeah, could bump it up by one level. Or D3 and WoW, yes. Actually, I would really, really enjoy playing like a MMO in Diablo's world, I think. Like, if they did World of Diablo, I would be all over that. Like a horrible, horrible rash.
I need to go back.
There you go, there's a few more things put in. Trousers. Still with the trousers.
Someday, perhaps. When I'm
Nope.
rich.
Again, not quite what we want. You know, well, yeah, I suppose if they don't like sound of any sort, then I don't really see how a chess group would. You should introduce them to battle chess. If they think that D3 is too violent, you should introduce them to battle chess. And if you don't know what battle chess is, go look it up online, because it's like a really, really old, we're talking like 80s, 90s, digital chess game where the pieces on the board straight up murder each other when they take them. It's like that. Chess is a violent game. You need to remember that these are armies in front of you. They think Diablo's violent. They should learn the history of chess. Alright, what are we doing? Chainmail? No. Sultan? No. Alright, salvage all of that. So, that can go, that can go. Interesting, but no. Yes. Yeah, top graphics. Very well put. No, wrong in here. Yes. Alright, let's try a 66 then. This is where it goes horribly wrong, I'm sure. Hello? Anyone?
Patience.
It's alright so far. I used to know offhand what the difference in difficulty increase was. It's something like 3% more health and 5% more damage, or maybe it's the other way around per greater rift level. And of course that's multiplicative, so it's not then like 10%, it's an extra 3% on top of the previous 3%, which is goodness knows what, like 3.9%, 9.9%, something like that. Should be able to find it out actually. I think it used to be on like d3resource.com. Maybe I'll pull that up in a moment. Oh, I was going to change my wings. Oh, screw it. I'll do it now. Right, wings. Yoink. There you go. Wings of the Dedicated. They look way better.
Not ready yet.
Yep. Good. Quick maths.
Patience.
The other thing about streaming is that you have such a constant train of words coming out of your mouth. It's almost like your brain stops filtering it. So you get very, very much so the whole train of thought as it forms before it's really gone through any sort of refinement. That's why you find people stumble over their words a lot and kind of like pause halfway through sentences because they've only thought of the concept of the framework of what they're trying to say rather than the actual words that make it a real sentence. Yeah, 3 sentences in one. Yeah, that's, yeah, exactly.
Not ready yet.
In different orders with patchwork, yes. Believe me, I know exactly what you mean.
Not yet.
That'll do. Next area. Power pylon, very nice. We don't actually need the extra damage at the moment, so
Not ready yet.
let's try and use it to find some blues or yellows in the area. Down here maybe? No. There we go, there's something. Just at the tail end of it, but still nice to get something out of it. You know, when armor that helps the boss and you attributes, that's why I'm not a politician. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I see fragments. I don't see the fundamental concept behind the scenes though. And that's usually what I at least try and convey through.
Had enough.
Thwip, thwip, thwip.
Not yet.
So yes, I was also thinking of building up towards a condemned build. You've seen I've got Fidea's Wrath in my stash somewhere. But I've been really enjoying this so much that honestly I might just stick with Blessed Shield.
Patience.
The Condemn build is slightly better performing for high GR pushing, leaderboard pursuing and that sort of stuff. But I don't usually get involved in that. So, yeah, maybe just... Has anyone complimented me? Oh, that's very nice of you to say. Yeah, sometimes people do drop messages about my hair. The last one, I'm not so sure was an actual compliment. They said I look like this woman, Bella Thorne, or something. Basically said that she's cute as fuck and I look like her. And I was like, oh, thanks. Kind of looked her up afterwards. Seems like she might possibly be a bit into porn. So, yeah. But no, thank you. I do appreciate it. It's very kind of you to say. I just like having interesting hair. That's all it is. It was slightly longer, and then my wife helped me cut it. And it's nice and trim now for winter. It's just how I like it. Perhaps a little short, but it does grow, and it did need tidying up a lot. And everyone, that's true. Everyone is hot as fuck on the inside. Warm. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 37.9 degrees or something. Which is really warm. Like, if it was 37.9 outside, I would want to be asleep. Like, I start falling asleep when it's above about 33.
Not ready yet.
When it's about 30, I feel uncomfortable and start, like, wearing shorts. And then when it goes above that, I start getting inappropriate and start taking off my shorts.
Not yet.
But yeah, if it was up to, like, 37, I'd be so dozy.
Patience.
I feel like I need a little bit more life on hit.
Not ready yet.
Just a little bit, here and there.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Who have we got this time?
Not yet.
Raziel. Lightning. So, lightning on the cycle.
Not ready yet.
There we go, fire. And sorted. More things to pick up. Helmet there. Right. See if we can get these up to 60. One more. Yes. Cool. Alright. Now we're pushing above. Back to town. Yeah, I thought that went quite well, actually. Game newsletter, go away. Checking my phone. Always checking my phone. Trouble with today's youth is they're always checking their phones. Yes. And that counts double for me.
Come back again.
That is too expensive.
It's actually more useful for necromancers because they've only got 3 elements that they use. Cold, physical, and the other one. Possibly lightning. I think it's lightning. Honestly can't remember. It's been a little while since I played necromancer. But anyway, they've only got 3. Most other people have 4. Some have 5. So they get faster rotations. Poison. That's it. Thank you very much. Yes. Ooh, okay. So new breastplate. This is better. This is better in every regard. I mean, it's not great. But it is better. So if I re-roll that armor into plus percentage life, it will be just better. What do I actually want for it? Let me pull up my character planner. So I want, oh yeah, strength, vitality, and life percent. And physical resist would be nice rather than cold resist. But no, that's fine. Let's see if we can get this replaced with percent life. No, but that is slightly better. Keep trying. Oh, nice. Right, now it's just massively better. There you go. Cool. Let's swap those gems over. Yoink. Remove. They can come in here. Do I use a pre-made class guide? Basically, I've got some friends in my Discord who play this game a hell of a lot more than me. And they work out I don't want to say the best, but good ways to pursue the builds that I want to. And then they often just like do an info dump at me. So one of them prepared this for me in advance. And I've been using it fairly religiously throughout this season. And it's been working really well. I've made a few changes along the way. But yeah, largely it's been... yeah, they're really, really helpful. Yeah, it just saves me so much time because I only get a small amount of time to play each week, so I don't get to like try things over and over and over again. Sometimes I just go completely off book and just go mental, but not very often. Right, now I've got to make this look correct. So cloth tunic and a mariner's dye. There we go, and it's back to looking correct. And save it in here. Now I can salvage that one. Foundation of the Light, don't care. Zweihander, Dracon's Lesson, don't care. Ancient Lidless Wall, also don't care. Oh, does it? Oh. It's been a long time since I refreshed that browser window. Let me just double check. Should work. Yeah, just opened it in a new window and it's fine. Let me check the dashboard on YouTube and make sure it came through correctly. No, it looks oh. That's strange. I see exactly what you mean. No, there is no so strange, right? If you copy the URL and paste it into your browser rather than let me try just dumping it here like this. So I just that's so strange, right? Just copy the URL, paste it instead. For some reason the link from YouTube is adding a few weird things after it, like as part of the redirect. So I've no idea why it's doing that, but whatever. Yeah, bizarre. But anyway, yeah, that's the build that I'm trying to work to-ish. As best I can. Right, salvaging up things. Yes. So that can go, that can go. That got replaced with the better one. That can go, this can go. Strong arm braces. I'll keep those for the condemn build. They can come down here. I do have some strong arm braces up there. These are better. Yes, they are. Get rid of that, get rid of that. More Paragon points to put in. Here, there, everywhere. And there we go. Now I need to do another regular rift. So it's back to easy mode for a moment. I need to switch all my browsers back to normal now. Over here, this can come back. There we are. Right.
Unleash your power, champion.
Oh, everything dies so quickly, suddenly again. Yay, Spirit Stone. Just what I need as a Crusader. That's that smart loot again. What do we have over here? Sometimes I think it might be worth just jumping into public games for Death's Breath farming. But I really don't fancy the idea of trusting my hardcore characters to a bunch of strangers on the internet. What potion am I using? The only one I found so far, it's the one of armor. It's 18%. I would love it to be the resistance one instead. That would be better for me. But, you know, I'll take armor. Because I think potions are like one of the few things in the game that you actually just can't craft a new one of. Oh, you've got the chaos one. Nice. I don't know if that's like good. I never found a practical use for it. Every time I've used one, it's put me in more harm than I was in previously. So unless there's a secret way of controlling it that I don't know, which is possible. Like, I took it out on that outing once and then immediately stopped using it, vowing never ever to use it again. Yep. Okay, so it's not just me that it shafts. That's good to know. Bye, suckers. Thud thud. Almost halfway there. That's probably about 40% actually.
Not ready yet.
So good evening and welcome to everyone who's been joining the stream this evening. It's great having you along to watch. Do feel free to just lurk in the background if that's what you want. But also do feel free to get involved in the chat. Often we've got people that know an awful lot about this game and far more than me. There's usually someone around who can help answer questions if I miss them. But yeah, if you do have any questions, do fire them over. Teleported to your doom while a room full of the succubi. Yeah, yes. Yeah, they do an awful lot of damage for... like comparatively for the difficulty level that they're at. I find when there's about 3 or 4 of them is when I actually start paying attention to my positioning around them. 1 or 2, not so bad. You can usually just run around their fire orbs. Any more than that, and it's like, should probably be a little bit careful here.
Not ready yet.
What are we at? 64%.
Not yet.
And Paragon 484. Oh yes, I was going to check my brother's Paragon level. Those winged assassins are arseholes because you can't do anything to stop them jumping in.
Patience.
And yeah, they come from just off screen. So you very easily can be about to die and not even know it, and then suddenly you're dead. I always said that was a hallmark of bad game design, is where you take away the ability for the user to avoid a thing. Like, if it's their bad choices, that's fine. If it's their bad reactions, they're fine. If it's something that was completely unavoidable, that's just terrible game design. And again, it's different if it's like specifically a trap or something that they could have learnt about beforehand. Or like a carefully orchestrated ambush, perhaps.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, exactly the same. So indestructible. It's always in my selection because I only play hardcore. Although you kind of like wonder if it's again a hallmark of good game design that the hardcore characters all choose to pick the cheat death passives because they feel like they have to. There's only one game that also springs to mind that has this sort of unfortunate, unavoidable death, and that's Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is kind of like the steampunk / dark gothic version of Titan Quest. Like grim dark version, I suppose. It's fantastic. I super love that game. And it's the only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that these super bosses can be about 2 screens away and blast you with a single lightning bolt that actually just kills you. And the only thing you can do is avoid their area of the world while they're around. Oh, Arthur, that sounds like the sort of thing that I would do to my brother. But he would expect it. It's... And it would be just like to scare him rather than to actually kill him. But that, yeah, That's funny in a way that shouldn't be funny and also shouldn't be possible. Right, yes, so I was going to check roster, check my brother's profile, season 12, 596. That's roughly 100 away. Okay. Killed 8 Moltons right on top of you. Ooh, very nasty.
Not yet.
Yeah, I've done like a few public games in the past. Never seasonal though. This was like long before seasons. And yeah, you see that sort of stuff happening all the time, or people spamming chat trying to. This is back when the real money auction house was a thing. Basically, just trying to steal things off you to sell. So yeah, it kind of puts you off. Hello. Nice to see you, Petition. I will be your murderer today. 2 more keystones. Be 2 more greater rifts. I suppose I'll kill this guy and get some more depth breaths. Commiserations, Arthas. Hopefully you learn from that. And just don't trust pubbies anymore. Like, split farming, can kind of understand that because you can sit safe in town. What are we going to do here? Let's salvage up to get some space. Oh gosh, yeah, that's awful. That's really awful. Sorry, just responding to a message. What do we have here? Oh, that's very nice. One of my colleagues at work just sent me a copy of Quantum Break. He's bought the Humble Bundle. And says he's not going to get time to play it. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I am looking forward to playing it. Like, time splitting mechanics are super awesome. Oh, excellent. I am so looking forward to playing that. Shan't do it tonight though. Got my focus on for getting this season journey going. But yeah, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. If that gift is anything to go by, then yes, you're having a fantastic time. Don't need that. Don't need this either. Right, gambling. What am I getting? More trousers.
That's nice.
Someday, perhaps.
None of these are the ones I want. Although hammer jammers are hilarious. Not even sure if I've got any yet. So let's put those in here to... I do have some. I've got some ancient ones. All right. Salvage these up as well. Dump. And throw that in. Oh, cheers, Brad. Really appreciate that. Brad is the guy who just gave me Quantum Break. He's dropping me private messages. So sorry, you guys, you can't see it. He's just said he hopes that I enjoy it. Okay, let me just pull all my chat back up so I can see you guys. Circle of Julian's Love. Yes, evil or whatever it is. Niludge evil. Something like that. Yeah, I do like that. Most of the Necromancer items are basically just words backwards. It's a nice little Easter egg. So if you didn't know that, read all the Necromancer items backwards. Yeah. Next up, shall I go 67? Go 67. 66 was fine. It's probably fine.
Embrace your power and use patience.
It's easier to say Julian's... Yes, it is far easier to say Julian's Love. Alright, this is getting a bit painful. Now, I think we found our limit.
Not ready yet.
So yeah, for those that haven't really seen Diablo 3 before, I'm playing a hardcore character. If I die, that's basically it. I do technically have a cheat death because of the passive skills I picked, which it's not going to let me show you because I'm in a Greater Rift at the moment. So it's not completely game over, but think of that only as a momentary respite. And if I'm still in the middle of combat, which I would be, it's still very much the danger zone. If I die, you do not all get $1 million. That is not true. This shield pylon will make things a bit easier. I'll get 1 minute's worth of being impervious to damage. I don't know why they don't say just invulnerable. I suppose impervious to damage is grammatically more correct.
Not yet.
Yeah, damage-wise, we're going fine. Just really would like some more life and survivability in general. More resistances.
Not ready yet.
Why don't I have the braces cubed? Because I'm using the Aquila Cuirass for 50% damage reduction extra.
Patience.
There. That's in my cube. It's far, far more important for me to have that extra I take 50% less damage. Otherwise, I wouldn't be anywhere near as high on the difficulty as I am.
Burn in the light.
For speed farming in regular rifts, yeah, probably could get away with that actually. That's a good idea. I'll switch over when I'm back to Torment 13 rather than doing greater rifts.
Patience.
But in greater rifts, no. Need the survivability. At least until I get more augments and stuff.
Not ready yet.
As soon as my general power level goes up, might be possible to switch things around a bit.
Not yet. Patience.
Trundle, trundle. Yeah, sorry I'm going a little quieter, guys. Who's my favourite Diablo NPC from any of the 3 games? Farnham the Drunk. Definitely Farnham the Drunk. But Farnham the Drunk before he got sad, when he was just a drunk, okay? Like, just sitting around boozing. Yeah. Like, he's seen things.
Not ready yet. Bad luck for you.
And I'm assuming you don't count, like, the bosses. Because if you do, then maybe Belial.
Patience.
Deckard came back in D2. Yeah? Not like Adria back in D1. I sense a soul in search of answers.
Bad luck for you, friend. Not ready.
Oh, you do count bosses. Okay, then Belial. Because he's the most interesting out of all of the bosses by far. He manipulated an entire city and then some to do his bidding. Like, being the Deceiver, he's basically the Loki of the Diablo world.
Not ready yet.
And tricksters always have the best storylines. In my opinion. I mean, you've got guys like, gals in this case, like Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish. Okay, yeah. Torturing an entire cast of warrior women.
Not ready yet.
Lacdanon, ooh. Yeah, I like his voice. I mean, you never actually get to see him, really. You do kind of a little. His ghost. But yes, as he drove his sword through his lord's chest is one of my favourite speeches in the game. First Diablo. Was Lacdanon in the first Diablo? I don't recall. Might have been.
Not yet.
It's been so long since I've actually played the first Diablo. Level 14. Oh, okay.
Patience.
Yeah, the thing about Diablo 1, for those that haven't played it, is all of the
Not yet.
bad guys and bosses are specific to levels in the game. So you will always find like the Butcher on level 2, I think, maybe 3 or 4. Honestly, can't remember. It's in the first 4 levels. You'll always find Skeleton King on level 4. You'll always find the Steel Knight that's covered in blood. I can't remember his name. On like one of the later levels. If they turn up, they're not always guaranteed to turn up. Archbishop Lazarus is always on the same level, and so on and so forth. So if you're looking for specific
Not ready yet.
guys to fight just to test your character, then you can just like keep restarting the game until you get the actual spawns that you need.
Patience.
Actually, yeah, that's possibly a better one now that I think about it. The human that terrified the demons by just bathing in blood so much that he became like just so bloodstained that he was terrifying even to the creatures that crawled out of the depths of hell.
Not ready yet.
The Rift Guardian
And
is
then, of course, there was that crazy mage that was like researching all the time. Zar the Mad. He was quite good. Garbad, when he was actually Garbad the Weak. That was some good voice acting, that was.
You have triumphed.
Cool. So yes, as said, that was kind of like about the limit of our survivability. Any more than that and we'll start to trigger our deaths, which is probably where we want to stop advancing, at least until we've actually pushed our survivability up a bit. It's a shame. It would be really, really nice to hit 70 earlier. But we are making good progress. We're getting a few Paragon levels each time, which in turn increases our damage, increases our survivability. And I think I saw a new jerkin board. Yeah. So we'll identify that in a moment. Some more trousers.
Isn't that nice?
That is too
Nope,
expensive.
none of that I want either. That's a shame. Let's identify all of these. Getting some more Paragon levels for actually finishing that Greater Rift. A little bit more life. A bit more gold, fine. I'm not doing resource cost reduction because nothing that we're doing actually costs resources. Just for those that are wondering why the hell I'm doing this way. Attack speed is going to have a fantastic benefit when we actually get through critical hit damage, which is having more of an immediate assistance. So, how does this jerkboard compare? Slightly better on the ricochet damage. Strength is better. No extra chance to block, but it's only a little bit less in general. It's a hard call. Doesn't have chill on hit. I think it's slightly worse overall. If I was to reroll anything, it would be smite damage will come off, and that would be replaced with cooldown of all skills. And then maybe it is better. 6% less chance to block is like about 3% less damage reduction as well. So maybe it's not. No. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not. Just working out the maths in my head. Very close though. Or is it better? Maybe it is. Of course, it's got all the extra vitality on, so it would be. What do I actually want? Let's switch back over to my list. No, just damage, really. That's mostly what I want. Okay, let's re-roll this and see if we can get the cooldown reduction that we want. If we can quickly, then it's probably worth it. If we can't, then it's probably not. So these are no. I'll take that as a slight improvement because I don't use smite. Again, that's a slight improvement. Fine. 16% life. Oh, I suppose you can go up to 18% on shields. That's nice, but again, not great. See, I need the cooldown reduction at the moment. I need it to be 8%, otherwise I don't have a 100% uptime on Akarat's champion. This is getting expensive and not being worthwhile yet. And this is why my original spec doesn't actually have cooldown reduction on the shield, is because it's a pain in the arse to actually roll it on. As soon as this gets up to 1 million in cost is when we're going to stop, because then it's not financially viable to keep going. I think we're going to run out of Forgotten Souls before then anyway. No, there it is. It's at 1 million. Okay, so that can go sit in... I suppose, no, actually, I'll just salvage it. I will be re-rolling them to try and get an ancient one at some point. But, yeah, it's just not as good. Despite our best efforts, Restraint can go, Selenium can go, Heart of the Light can go, Scorn, Ancient, Bone of Saber, Tyranno's Argument, Jerkboard. Jerkboard! What about Shield? Doesn't it cost resources? No. Gear Falcon's Foot removes the resource cost of Blessed Shield. So, yeah, that's the only thing that could. How's my progress coming along? We're up to 67, I think it was, just a second ago, which is like the cusp of our survivability. We want to get to 70, ideally. So we're getting there. It's just being close. Yeah. We'll get there by the end of this evening, I've no doubt. Right, what else? Oh, Phil, also. The guy that sits opposite me at work gave me Quantum Break. So I'm looking forward to playing that as well.
Unleash your power, champ.
Not ready yet.
So yeah, previous statements about my office being better than yours now definitely apply again.
Patience. Akarat be praised.
Good start.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, it's the current Humble Bundle, basically. He realised that, well, he was only buying it for Dawn of War 3.
Not yet.
And I was talking about how much I love games that involve, like, time manipulation mechanics and other stuff like that.
Patience.
Yeah, that's pretty much my assessment of it. It looks like... I suppose Time Cop does. Like, it's not great, but it looks very fun and entertaining. And by Time Cop, yes, I do mean the Jean-Claude Van Damme film. Or like Time Splitters, or what's the other one that I've just seen recently? My brain's not working. That's going to really annoy me. I'm going to have to look it up in a minute. It's one that has a temporal manipulation device, and it's got like a Katorga 12 incident. Brain. It was a fantastic Let's Play of it put on by a guy called Your Evil Twin. And if he hadn't done such a good playthrough of it, I would have. Yeah, he's got a different sort of let's play style to me. He tends to spend a couple of weeks before even starting recording, just like researching the game, finding concept art and things, interviewing developers if they're still around, finding out bits that were cut from the game, mechanics, why things have changed the way they are over the course of development and stuff. Really, really educational Let's Plays. It's fantastic. Am I going to be doing a video of the Darkening of Tristram? Yeah, probably. It's coming up in January, isn't it? It's going to be resurfacing. We did it last time. It's alright. It's not changing at all this time, so it's going to be very, very similar to season before last. Can't remember. It was a few seasons ago anyway. But yeah, it's fun enough. Run through it again. Conduit pylon. Trundle, trundle.
Not yet.
Always nice to get some extra electricity going on.
Not ready yet. Patience.
I missed the one important guy. Come back here. There we go. That's better. Need to pay more attention. I've just lowered your expectations. Of what and why? Of what? Quantum Break? It's a game involving time shenanigans. I mean, it's going to, as I understand it, it's going to look more like bullet time than nighttime travel and stuff. Or like shattering time to pause it around people while you run around and then shoot into the time shattering. Oh, the Darkening of Tristram. Oh yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it really is. I should have lowered my expectations before I fired it up the first time. Yeah, like a weak version of Max Payne. Yeah, Phil, that's exactly how it felt. Like from the trailer. But you know, that's fine. Max Payne's a fine game. A weaker version of Max Payne, I'm sure, will also be fine. Oh no, yeah, I was. Arthur still wasn't. Too many conversations going on at the same time. So yeah, Arthur's Darkening of Tristram event, definitely lower your expectations. It's, yeah, it's okay. Don't expect anything amazing. It's basically just ties you into the 8 directions. And then from the back of that, you've got the old dungeon. And that's pretty much it. Come on, Max Payne is like one of the best gritty detective games of its era. It had a lot going for it, but it hasn't aged well, I'll put it that way. Unless you mean like, did they remake it? Or did they just do Max Payne 3? Because I heard Max Payne 3 was super awful, even by people that liked Max Payne 1 and 2. LA Noire, okay, yeah, you guys must be talking about the newer one. Because LA Noire didn't exist back then, and comparing something with actual face-mapped like interrogation and stuff is probably not fair to Max Payne. Yeah, so I heard 3 was dreadful, so I didn't pick it up and play it at all. And yeah, you're right, Phil. Max Payne 1 is very much like old PS2 graphics. Yeah, and he had resting bitch face. And nice thing about Max Payne 1 was the character model that they used is like one of the developers. They just got him in to do some concept things because they were going to hire someone to be the character. But yeah, he had this fantastic resting bitch face, so they just used him all the time. GoldenEye, yeah. Again, different sort of game though. I mean, that's very, very action spy, whereas Max Payne is slow bullet time, John Woo gunfight scene, and popping painkillers like they're candy.
The crusade marches on. Not yet.
Oh, Phil, did you hear they're remaking System Shock? Now that I think about it, I'm thinking of remakes and stuff.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
I don't know anything about it yet, other than the fact that it's going to be a thing. Stranglehold. I don't think I've heard of that. Although, yeah, I do realise you weren't asking me there.
You have triumphed.
More things. So yeah, 731, that's okay. Our health is fine throughout there. Could possibly push it up, but this gives me a little bit of leeway at the moment for getting things massively wrong and making bad judgment calls. As soon as I get these bad boys up to 65 though, should be able to push forwards a bit. Should be another rift or two.
I am returning to town.
Okay, I'll check out Stranglehold. I'll add it to my backlog of things that I don't have time to play. Like, I still haven't really given Metal Gear Solid a proper try. Yeah, I need to get around to doing that. And then my brother's brought me Darkest Dungeon as well, which I really need to play as well. I should just quit my job and just play games all the time. That would be the best. Nope. Nope. Ooh, possibly. Nope. Oh, yeah. The thing about System Shock is it is too old. Even System Shock 2 is too old. System Shock is like Ultimate Underworld 1, but sci-fi. So I played Ultimate Underworld first, and then I played System Shock, and I was like, this is amazing. This is like an RPG in space, and it's fantastic. And it was like the only thing that had happened since then. But we are talking like things that just do not age very well over time. Like, you would not get away with something like that while still having that 3D movement. It's like if you backported Doom into a Wolfenstein 3D engine, down-resed everything, and then added an RPG on top. So yeah, really, really doesn't age well. But if they remake it and it's good, oh gosh, I might have to pick it up. I'll see. It's one of those things that could go either way, really. Either it's going to ruin my childhood, or it's going to be the best thing ever. And I'm hoping it's going to be the best thing ever. But we shall see. Wolfenstein, any version is, yes, AAA. We want more trousers.
Someday, perhaps.
Nope, none of those. I should probably just roll for more rings to get another Justice Lantern, actually. Because at the moment I've only got the one. Yeah, Doom 1 is way more recent than System Shock, though. I think. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it is. Could be wrong. Someone will have to check the release dates on those. But yeah, it's different. Obviously, different engine behind the scenes. System Shock, I think, could have you go on top of another area of map. And then, like it had verticals, and you could jump and stuff. Similar to Prey. Yeah. Rifts. Yes, I think rifts are the best way to get blood shards. Not 100% certain on that, but like 90% certain. Just because they're so fast, like you can just keep grinding through them. The alternative is to do bounties, and if you're doing split bounties, yes, that's probably faster, and you're also getting other stuff at the same time, so maybe that's worth looking at. But if you're just by yourself, yeah, rifts. So we're going to take your advice. I'm going to swap this over for Nemesis Bracers while we do another rift to pick up some more keystones. So let's see how this goes. So I'm going to take twice as much damage, but should be fine.
Not ready yet.
Hopefully we won't notice that I'm taking twice as much damage. Hopefully there'll actually be something for me to use Nemesis Bracers on.
Patience.
Of course, if there isn't a pylon, then I'd basically just give... There's one.
Not ready yet.
So Nemesis Braces, for those that don't follow Diablo, mean that every time I use a pylon or a shrine to buff myself, it spawns a champion monster. Which means that I can get through these things faster, because my damage and survivability is fine at this level. So I can lose a little bit of survivability and add more bad guys and make things faster to progress. Stranglehold doesn't even exist on Steam. Wow. Oh, hello, Treasure Goblin.
Not ready yet.
Pop, pop, pop. Not really anything interesting came out of him.
Not yet.
Moving on again. Hey, and a shield pylon. Shield pylons are my favourite, actually, when it comes to Nemesis Braces, because you're invincible, invulnerable, however you want to say it, just immediately after you've used them. So the champion monster that gets spawned can't do anything to you. Thanks, Phil. I shall definitely check it out. My favourite goblin to run into. Ooh. Malevolent Tormentor. I actually really enjoy them, like, disappearing and running away and doing the little teleporting, because I think treasure goblins in general are too predictable. So having some that are designed to just, like, piss you off, I think is good. Good as a design decision for them, anyway. The blue ones, though, the gelatinous ones, they're also quite fun, because they scatter as they start splitting, and it can be very good to try and chase them all down. Yeah, just as I was saying. And again, that depends on like what my setup is. Sometimes the blue ones, they just die immediately because if you're using, say, Blessed Shield like I am, the ricochets as they split can just cascade out, or rather in. And it's just like suddenly a massive pile of loot, which is lovely, but not a huge challenge. But then sometimes you can't seem to hit them and they scatter to the four corners of the earth, and before you know it, half of them have disappeared while you've been trying to chase one down because he's stuck around a corner. Alright, what have we got down here?
Not ready yet. Make your peace quickly. Not yet.
Let's move over here to this little powering.
Patience.
Hey, cool. These Nemesis Braces definitely paying off. Good suggestion.
I enjoy that. Not ready yet.
Rainbow ones. Yeah, I still don't really count rainbow goblins as goblins because they're so infrequent. Menagerist goblin, I've got all of the pets, so there's nothing really for them to do, but they still spawn. So if I see them, I'm filled with the regret of what might have been. Racist? I'm not racist. They're all goblins. It's not like rainbow goblins are a sub-race of goblins.
Not ready yet.
Fine. I will validate their existence by murdering them with as much vindication as I do the others.
Not yet.
How are you doing this evening anyway, Alex? You good?
Patience.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice.
Had enough?
Yes, and knowing your place, that's about the correct amount of time to leave to tidy up.
Not ready yet.
So off camera, I tried a little bit of PUBG when I got in from work today. Basically just trying out a different seat that lets me sit closer to the desk. I think it's better because at the moment my chair pushes me very far back from where I would like to sit. So my mouse usage is always like right on the edge of my mouse pad. But I'm much lower. So it's kind of like this. Yeah, so I ended up in like top 6 or something of it instead of my usual like the top 200. Yeah, but that's the thing is like I'm also able to sit here from it because I can actually tuck the chair under the desk. So I don't know. I love my desk. It's just not great for competitive first-person shooter games, which I don't play very many of anyway. So it's not a bad thing. Yes! See, I told you there was a reason. I knew it was something like that.
Not yet.
Since the leaderboard's reset, probably. Yeah. That's why you weren't even on the leaderboard.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Not ready yet.
Yes, Mark 1 eyeball. Zoom.
Patience.
Awesome. Right, back to town. I'll probably just go straight into another one of these rifts while I've got the Nemesis braces on. Phil, or doing this to see around the corner. Yeah. Another Unity, don't care. So that can go. Hallowed Bulwark. I do like Hallowed Bulwark, but just no. Mostly I like it because I use Iron Skin so much. So put those two there. Yeah, I am just going to go straight into another rift. Oh, should have closed that. It's going to be 30 seconds. One thing you want to test is you can run PUBG in Oculus Rift mode. Wow, so your aim is going to be even worse. Because you'll be looking over there and you're going to be aiming over here. And you'll be like, guy in front of us. But really where you're looking is not even in front of you. Because you're aiming, looking. No penetration issue. What's that? Do elaborate. Are we talking about railings that you can't shoot through?
Are you strong enough to survive?
Yeah. Yeah. So I keep running into that. Railings that only work one direction for penetration.
Patience. Baccarat be praised.
Single word sentences.
Not ready yet.
They're not sentences if they're single words.
Patience.
Could be worse. He could just be spamming URLs for his channel or something.
Not yet.
Anyway, how are you guys finding the sound level? Is it normal as far as you can tell? Hopefully it's normal.
Not ready yet.
You wouldn't do what? Oh, spam my... No.
Patience.
Oh, God. Is it 20 minutes lagged or is that just you typing slowly? Sound level. I've completely changed the behind the scenes way the sound works on my stream. Which hopefully you haven't been able to tell any difference. It's getting more lagged.
Not ready.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not. which is worrying.
Patience.
10-second lag from chat to appearance. You're going to have to elaborate.
Not ready yet.
I mean, I'm not talking about the whole stream lag in general. Okay, no, right. So it's just the lag from my face to my voice. That's all I really care about. Let's have a look at OBS and see what that's doing. No, OBS is fine. So stream lag is separate. The actual chat appearing lag, that's out of my control entirely because that's some third-party service that does it. But I just mean, yeah, the difference between what my face looks like it's saying and what you can hear me saying. Because that used to get desynced over time, and now hopefully it doesn't. Perfect. Thanks. That's what I care about. Yeah, you can tell when other people start using Restream for the chat boxes because it slows down across the board, and then they come through in batches and just scroll past together.
Not yet.
And I wish there was a way to speed it up, but I think it's YouTube which rate limits them in general.
Not ready yet.
Go away, poison stuff. My one weakness, along with other damage. Hey, good evening there, Crazy Kitten 559. Hope you're having a fantastic evening.
Patience. I enjoyed that.
And welcome to everyone else who's watching the stream that hasn't said hi yet. Do not be alarmed if you see people from YouTube or Mixer talking. There's a bot which will port all of the messages across. I'm doing fantastically, thank you very much. I've had a good day at work. It's been nice and quiet. I solved a few problems that had been plaguing me for a couple of days, so it's nice to have that load off my mind for the weekend. And now I'm getting to play Diablo 3, which I do very much enjoy.
By the light be damned. Not yet.
It's all getting a bit frantic here at the moment. Those damn Lacuni Prowlers. Weird looking frisbees. Yeah, Phil. That is exactly it. Kitten, yes, it is my main at the moment. I've got like about 12 characters, but I only usually play one per season. The rest just sit there between seasons and wait for me to re-roll them. Also, Phil, that is exactly what Captain America does in the Marvel films. Weird frisbees and telling people not to swear.
Not yet.
But yes, I can see how from the perspective of someone that doesn't play Diablo 3, this might look like I don't even know what's going on with this game. And not getting pot. No, he gets those now because he's got a Netflix account, so he's had a chance to catch up on a lot of things.
Not ready yet. The crusade marches on.
So yes, Kitten, this is my main. Currently running Crusader, Blessed Shield build. Spooderman Homecoming, yeah. Does the companion even do anything? Yeah, she does a lot of crowd control. You see, occasionally people will turn into chickens. That's her. I'll see if I can slow down a bit on the murder so that you can see. Also, there you go. So she does a lot of crowd control.
Make your peace.
And when they all get sucked into a single point, that's her doing stuff as well. So I use her to group them up before I get the murder on. Yep, she makes KFC for me. Also, sometimes you'll see on them they have like a couple of little glowy sparkles above their head. That's her blinding them by accident because I gave her kit that blinds them when she does damage. So I'll see if I can point that out as well. There, those sparkles. Season journey's going really well at the moment. I'm on Guardian. Yes. Yeah, by accident. She has no intentions to do that. This is what I'm pushing for at the moment, which will do this at the same time. Later, I will try Skeleton King. This is also being worked on at the moment, and I'm slowly farming up enough Death's Breath to do that. So it's all in hand. It's just taking a little while.
Not ready yet.
In terms of Greater Rift, we're up to 67, semi-comfortably. Yeah, I might actually ask you for a hand for the King, just because trying it a dozen times is less fun than doing it just the once and then moving on. Yeah, especially with your Barbarian being so powerful by comparison and not having to do it solo, I might just shout at you to come and do it. Ah, poison, my weakness. There we go.
Not ready yet.
Alright, let's go do some Greater Rifts again.
Need to go back.
Which means I must remember to put my Aquila Cuirass back on. Hey, good evening, Fallen. How are you doing? Arthas, Fallen is one of my nerds who does build planning for me. So here, swap this back over to the Aquila. Right, let's get rid of that. Golden Flens. I do like sweep attack, but no. And then give me some legs. No, rings. It's going to do more Justice Lantern attempts.
Too expensive.
Nope. It's like the 4th Unity this evening. So, throw those in. Watching some TV until now. Are you back? Yes. Well, great having you back. So, level 67 is what we're doing. And, as I said, that's kind of like the cusp of our survivability. We're kind of burning through our cash. But that's fine. These are up to 63. 65 will be the other conquest. I was talking about people that provide build plans, and Arthur said nerds, and I was like, yeah, you're my nerds.
Prove yourself worthy.
Like, you've actually got time to work these plans out beforehand when I don't. I should be clear, I consider myself a nerd as well. But I'm less of a Diablo 3 nerd.
Not yet.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is mostly Waller Free doing the build stuff. But I think the one that I'm using at the moment is actually yours. As in your character exports. Yeah, sure. Out of all of the girls in Pitch Perfect, I would probably be Becca. That's right.
Not ready yet.
Oh, no Nemesis braces because I need the survivability.
Not yet.
Phil, I would love to retire and make this channel my main focus. There is absolutely no way it would support me, though, financially. Maybe one day when I'm rich, as my character says.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Oh gosh, no. Arthas, that is the worst idea. No, just absolutely not. So, Pitch Perfect 3, since you mentioned Pitch Perfect, slightly disappointing. Kind of expected it would be, but still, if you've not seen it yet, slightly disappointing. Feels like they've lost a lot of the things that made the first film good. Feels like they'd lost a lot of them in the second film. It's still enjoyable, it's just not the same sort of film. Start as a music channel and then evolve into a sadistic torture device.
Not yet.
Oh, please, God, no.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, if Alex starts a singing channel, I shall unsubscribe before I even subscribe. Actually, if ever there was an argument for, like, the American stuff for net neutrality to basically get shafted like it currently is being, then Alex starting a music channel would definitely be in their favour. Like, because nobody would want to pay for it, so it would be more expensive, and yeah. Quite literally turning people off the internet.
Not ready yet.
Arthur, when you say things like his voice is angelic, I wonder if you've got hearing difficulties. And there's no way to ask that nicely, is there?
Not yet.
Were those the same guys? They might have been. Seem very spread out.
Not ready yet. By the light be damned.
D3 planner reference that you sent. Which looked like it was an export from your actual person because it's not perfect. It's like 60% perfect in places, less in others.
Not ready yet. We enjoy that.
Yes, Phil, I have played every single class that this game has to offer in both genders and many times over each. In fact, I think I've played just about every single build you can play in this game now. I've certainly used all of the different class sets. I don't think anyone has been innovative in this game in a very long time.
Not ready yet.
Oh yeah, but about the only thing I've not done is an Impale build on a Demon Hunter. But that's because Carly's point was rubbish the last time I was playing Demon Hunters.
Patience.
I pasted it earlier. As soon as I'm out of a rift, I'll paste it over again and you can have a look. And then laugh at how out of date it is. Oh, Juggernaut, that's why it's taking so long.
Patience.
Or if Arthur's has it to hand, he can relink it over.
Not ready yet.
It's not one of the PTR ones, I'll put it that way, because those have got different D3 planner links. You cannot link things. Oh, that's YouTube doing its auto mod. It's fine. Don't worry, I shall paste it very shortly. In fact, I can totally multitask and do it now. Whoop. Paste. Go. Still in my clipboard. Yes. Of course, you're going to have to copy and paste the link because YouTube does something weird to it and adds like extra characters at the end. Yay.
Not yet.
Oh, so you're using Firebird Wizard. Yeah, that's very different from a Crusader, certainly.
Not ready yet. The crusade marches on. Patience.
Worst and weirdest what? Link change?
Not ready yet.
Because, yeah, I've no idea what YouTube's doing with that. It's just bizarre.
Bad luck for you, friend. Patience.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, the characters it's adding are like slashes and stuff, but URL encoded and I don't even know. It's like it hates fun. Come on, Raziel. Come up. Oh, fine, I'll come down to you. A Unicode single character, is that it? Yeah, and I checked. It's not even that it's Restream doing it, because pasting it straight into YouTube busts it as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's a 67, which is, yeah, it's about the same time each time. So that's 7 minutes and between 10 and 20 seconds. So many numbers in that HP. Yeah, I don't even look at them these days, to be honest. Come on, Pain Enhancer. Come on, Pain Enhancer. Yeah, sure, you can help kill the king now. Why not?
I am returning to town.
I shall jump into my stream chat,
Our foes grow in strength.
just in case you want to jump on board.
Farewell, my friend.
Let's get these ticked
There
up.
we go.
Hello. Right.
I thought if I just jump in and give you a hand, and then I can jump back out and
Yeah,
then at
no,
least
that
it's done
seems good to me. Right, Blessed of All Vigilante. Oh, Vigilante belt. Interesting. That's got cooldown of all skills on it. When am I doing Hand of Fate again? If I finish the season journey, it'll be tonight. Otherwise, it'll be next week. Guaranteed next week.
I'm just going to fight my way over there.
Okay.
God be praised.
Because I can just jump on through really quickly.
Right. Sabatons. Ooh, are these better? These might be better. No, they're not better. No, they're worse. So close. Ooh, physical resist though. They might be better. I'll save them and think. Ooh, more Sabatons of Akken. Are these better? No, they're not. These are definitely worse. I'll salvage these ones. So
Just
get
let
rid
me
of
know
that.
whenever you're ready.
Get rid of that. Won't be very long. Get rid of that. Get rid of
No
that.
rush at
Hold that. Okay. Yoink. Hello. Didn't even do my Paragon points. Are you trying to... Nice.
It's how you do it really, really, really fast. I got told you could leap across that thing last time after I'd already run round, and I was like, oh.
Not yet.
Awesome.
Right, I will leave you to it in just a
Thank you very
second. I'll
much.
open this up.
My mouse spazzed out in the middle of that and I was stuck throwing things in one direction. I was like, what's going on? And
That's never good.
you can't see my mouse pad, but there's all these dirty little bean prints from where one of my cats has been out in the garden and then come and sat on my mouse pad. Fantastic. Anyway, thank you very much for that. That saved me a little bit of time later.
You're welcome. I'll dive out of your chat now.
Cool.
Have a good evening.
Ta-da! Right, what's Fallen said? So, because as I say, that's the one we put together with pretty much perfect equipment and rolls. Ah, nice. Yes, I'd kind of assumed that it was yours because it wasn't perfect. Because it's not. It's off quite a bit, but like I use it as general guidance for the types of stats that I want in different places. So, Vigilante Belt was what I was considering. Oh gosh, don't want that. It can go. Probably don't want that either, but this can go here for the moment. Those I was considering. I can go down here as a reroll option at least. Witching Hour is actually what I'm going for. Okay, salvage up everything else. I am not the Messiah of D3. Right. More rings.
Such a brave soul. Do come back again.
Someday, perhaps.
A puzzle
I'm
ring.
rich.
Hmm. Ah, you don't know who it's off. Okay, fair enough. Yes, you're quite right, Alex. I would have to die and then be resurrected. Let's not do that, okay? That seems bad. So, yes, Sea of Voices, done. How many Death Breaths do I have? I've got 80. I can cube up some stuff. Let's get some of these done. Basically just go until I run out of Death Breath. That's easily enough, right? So, extract legendary. Done. Seems a shame to do it with an Ancient Shield of Fury, but whatever. Bracer of Fury. Yes, Bannerman. Don't be Bannerman.
You're imaginative, aren't you?
Okay, get rid of this one.
Not what I would do, but when has that stopped you?
And then hack.
Not your words.
Prize fall.
Not quite. I suppose.
I do actually have enough for more, so let's go back and pick up some more things. Hack! Yes. That's probably enough. Nah, don't worry, Fallen. It's good enough for my purposes, and that's really all that matters. Yes, Arthurs. Definitely good rule of thumb is to cube every legendary that you get as you get them to save you having to do 40 later. If you're planning on going for the season journey, you may as well anyway. Oh, now I'm out. Okay. Although, priority, like save your Death Breath, reroll to get your actual bits of your gear that you want first. Depends on where you are, I suppose. Right, let's do another Greater Rift. Just double check everything. Did have that. Yes, good. Okay. So, another 67. Let's try a 68. Very dangerous.
I wish you luck, hero.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, these succubi are starting to just hurt from their regular attacks now.
Patience.
Not appreciating the shielding, certainly. Good work on cubing the Butcher's Carver. It's that or Cluck Eye every time.
Not ready yet.
Does the pig sticker actually come with a sound effect, or is it just the text saying squeal? I don't think I've ever actually tried to use it.
Patience. The crusade marches on. Not ready yet.
Yeah, this is feeling a little bit out of my reach at the moment. Just a teeny weeny bit.
Yet.
Does come with a sound effect. Okay, yeah, maybe pig sticker then. It's a shame you can't have more than one, but you could have each person in your squad in Diablo, your party, using a different sound effect weapon.
Not yet. I enjoy that.
Paragon 508. Got about 90 more to go to catch up with my brother. Welcome to everyone who's joining the stream, by the way. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. If you've got any questions about the build or what we're trying to achieve, do feel free to ask away. Plenty of people in chat know a hell of a lot about Diablo 3, so someone should be able to answer your questions even if I don't notice them. Sometimes the chat shoots past a little bit fast for me to notice while I'm rifting.
Patience.
Cowmen, boys and girls.
Not yet.
Or are you referring to the fact that I'm saying welcome to people again?
Not ready yet.
Phil doesn't know anything about Diablo. He reckons I'm throwing frisbees. Very, very hard frisbees, but still frisbees.
Patience.
Yeah, I do really like the Bovine Bardish's red ability.
Not ready yet.
Like to just summon a herd of murderous cows. It's not practical, but it is just fun for a laugh.
By the light be damned. Patience. Not yet.
Encyclopedia. I think not. Oh, see, I would have given up on... if I was going to give up on Diablo 1, it would be due to friendly fire. Because it had forced friendly fire. So you couldn't play a rogue. And Alex loved playing the rogue. So it would just always be a case of arrows in the back.
Not yet.
Like, either everyone played a warrior or no one played at all because there was fights going on.
Patience. By the light be damned. Not ready yet.
Another juggernaut down.
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't really remember much about like the death mechanics in Diablo 1. I think it was all just softcore and you just went back to town. And I don't think they had a hardcore option. So it wasn't too much of a setback. Oh yes, but you had no equipment when you got back to town. So it was a big setback.
Not yet.
So it was more like a really frustratingly annoying setback. Like the perfect sort of setback. Not like someone in a public game training 12 Moltons onto you type setback.
Not yet. The crusade marches on. Not ready yet.
Yeah, and in some cases it was easier just to like go to work, gamble for something, just so you could fight your way back to your body to get your original gear. Where am I going? Down this way. In some cases, in most cases. Yeah, no, this seems okay. Like, I just need to remember to actually keep Akarat's champion up.
Not ready yet. Had enough.
Like I've mentioned, poison is my biggest Achilles heel at the moment.
Patience.
Okay, Arthas, enjoy. Best of luck. May Ratma's spirit guide you. Just numlock it.
Not yet.
No, no, no. I mean, yes, I could. I do for most things.
In the light.
In fact, I don't know why I haven't thought about that for this.
Not ready yet.
There we go. So she's now going to scream not ready yet for like everything. But I'm still hammering 4 because I'm so used to it.
Not yet.
Devour, Arthas, that's the skill you're thinking of.
Patience.
My spirits have lifted.
Not yet.
Yeah, always be numlocking. It's weird that they being Blizzard, say numlocking skills is fine, but they won't add an easier way to auto cast things that are off cooldown. Oh, you use mouse scroll to move. That's interesting. I just use a dedicated mouse key.
Not yet.
Like, I've got a specific move, force move button on my mouse. Right, I'll explain numlocking as soon as I'm safe from this. Okay. So if no one beats me to it, numlocking is a way of having... you see how these numbers are 1, 2, 3, and 4? Okay, so I can push buttons on my numpad, like 1, to cast a skill. If I hold 1
Patience.
and then hit the numlock button, then my keyboard thinks that 1 is being pushed all the time. And you can see my hands are up here, and in a moment...
Not yet.
Recast. Yeah, so that's numlocking. Basically abusing the fact that keyboards don't fire a key up command when the numlock is toggled and the numpad number was down.
Let's see the gem.
Not yet.
So yeah, it's weird. It feels like it should be cheating, but Blizzard have said it's fine, so that means it's fine. Whatever.
Not ready yet. I need to go back.
Oh god, now I've got to auto casting that. No, turn that off. That's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, no! That's the other thing, is sometimes you can't actually turn it off properly. Depending on how well your keyboard works, or doesn't, in my case, apparently. Is it still auto casting? No, good. Right, finally turned it off.
Your
Most impressive. Fortune
Give me more trousers.
Steal.
That is
Nope, nothing. Well, let's identify everything. And put in these paragon points. Loads of them. Oh, so many. Another % on life. There we are. And then let's see what we've got. Another puzzle ring. That's 2 in as many minutes. Bunch of stuff that I just put in my cube. So I'm making good progress again. My stream is telling you to subscribe to Clash Royale. Don't do that. Clash Royale sounds like a terrible game. Ew. Isn't that like one of the mobile games? I mean, absolutely buy it, because then I get like 0.2 of a pence at the advertising revenue for YouTube. Yeah. No, don't. One of my friends at work was telling me that he's really, really into this Clash game on his mobile, and I was like, oh, that's nice. Wandered off. Like, it's a totally different sort of gaming, isn't it? Auto mobile clicker things and stuff. No, I'd much rather play an actual game on either a console, like Xbox, Switch, in the other room, or PC. But that's just me. I'm not really into the mobile gaming scene. There's a couple of small exceptions, like there's this card game that I play on PC, Eternal. It's got really good client on the Android. Although even that I would still prefer to play on either my laptop or the desktop. Too much internet dependency. Yeah. That's the other thing, is like, I use my phone as a phone mostly. I don't want to spend 80% of its battery playing mobile games. So, where do we get to? I think another 68. I used all my death breaths. How many more of those do I need? 1. Fine, I'm going to do 1 more. No. Let's keep doing this. Then when we need more keystones, we'll switch back. And can't get too distracted by the newest shiny thing that pops up every time. So yeah, planning on doing Hand of Fate next week. Really want to just complete the Diablo 3 season journey today. I've been reading up a little on people's recommendations for the dealer, and their recommendations are basically to play through the game more, unlock more cards, specifically unlock some cards that virtually counter everything he does that's bullshit. There's one called the Nymphs, which I'm really close to unlocking, which cancels all curses you have. So they're like, yeah, get that, and then keep restarting the level until the first thing you find is the Nymphs, and then play through it like a regular game. It's like, I think I'll just take my chances, thanks, and just like continue as I was, because I was almost there. It was so close. I should do a face reveal at 500 subs. Reveal someone else's face. Hey, evening, Wallafreed. Hope the restaurant was good.
Not ready yet. Bad luck for you, friend.
So again, welcome to everyone who's joining the stream this evening. It's fantastic seeing so many viewers over there. I hope you're having a great time and enjoying everything that you're seeing.
Not ready yet.
Basically barely move now. It's pre-coma. Yeah, often on Thursdays we're playing things like Hand of Fate, which has a lot of viewer interaction with me calling out requests for numbers for card selections. You can expect us to get back to that next Thursday. Just really want to finish off the Diablo 3 season journey, if at all possible, today, and we are very close to it. Like, probably another hour or two's worth of grinding, I think, and we'll be there. Arthur, so that's really good to hear, at least for me. You know what, actually? I should totally... you do streaming yourself, don't you? What sort of games do you play normally when you're streaming?
Not ready yet.
You used to make videos of Minecraft with webcam and it was... Oh. Was it, like... Is that your critique of your own content? Or was it just, like, not really working very well for you? Because I used to play Minecraft like a long time ago. In fact, you can still see it in the start of some of my videos. I think all of my videos, actually. Just not working. Oh, that's a shame. But I've not done any like live streams or static videos of it since... like ever, I suppose, actually. I think they've all been taken down. Mostly because it was so out of date. They were getting no traffic. And I was redesigning and rebranding everything. I use OBS mostly. That's open broadcast software. For the sound, I use a combination of Discord to get my brother in. Voice Meter Banana, which helps me separate the different audio streams. But yeah, OBS does the majority of the heavy lifting. And it's all on one computer. I keep wondering if people would appreciate like a behind the scenes video talking through the setup that I use and how everything operates together and interworks. But then I do things like yesterday evening when I just decided that I was fed up with that increasing audio sync difference between my webcam and my voice, and overhauled the way the entire thing worked to make that not an issue anymore. 500 sub house reveal. You can see the majority of my house at the moment. I don't have a very large place. I live in London. Alright, Phil, enjoy PUBG. Best of luck. And hope you get a chicken dinner. Okay, Fallen. Yeah, if you'd appreciate that. I mean, the other thing is I can like put information in the Discord channel, which would be far less intensive to actually get stuff up there. So yeah, maybe I'll do something in the behind the scenes on my my Discord server. Like, 'cause then I can just throw lots of screenshots around and talk about it. Behind the scenes VOD. Oh, okay.
Not ready yet.
Fair enough, Phil. Right, alright. No, if you guys would prefer like a video on how it's all set up and how it all works together, then I will start writing a script for it. Like, when I do more technical things like that, I like to put together notes on topics to cover in the order that I want to and stuff like that.
Not ready yet.
I learned much from that.
Yes, I can probably link the site. Hang on a minute. There you are. Hopefully that should work for you. That is some really strange Star Wars reference. I'm assuming it's Star Wars reference.
Like chaff before the wind.
You're welcome, Arthas. Can't say I understand what you're getting at, Epic Devil, but welcome to the stream anyway.
Not ready yet.
I get the feeling that's some like call and response for some sort of secret club that I'm not a member of. Thanks, Arthas. Yeah, so the chat guys over on YouTube seem to know what you're talking about at least.
Not yet.
I'm guessing it's actual direct quotes from that scene at the lava. I have seen the films, with the exception of the new one.
Had enough.
But I don't know them well enough to quote them.
Not yet. Patience.
Almost there. What are we at now? Like 90%? That's good.
Not ready yet.
So yeah, Arthas, with OBS, you typically set up scenes, which are collections of events, objects, and things like that. So I've got game capture set up, which is capturing the game screen. I've got a webcam capture set up. I've got a static image, and then I've got a browser source. And the browser source is doing the chat over on the side. Oh, thanks for the follow, Epic. Really appreciate that. You might also have noticed the sub alert. That's a separate browser capture which I've got going off to stream alerts, which then puts an animated GIF and a sound effect. So yeah, it all interacts and all ties in together, and then it all gets assembled, encoded, and it's being encoded by my GPU, and then that goes out to a service called Restream. Which in turn sends it off to YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer all at the same time. So that's the short version of how all of this is working. The long version, yeah, I'll put together an actual video talking through the setup of each bit. Come on! Don't fail 5 times more. Yes, cool. Season achievement, I can't stop. And season journey, flawless victory. Because that's the 3rd conquest, I believe. Yes, good. So, we've still got to get up to 70. So, there's still more to go here. But we're getting there. It is coming along. Sure, let's just keep pushing them as far as they can go.
I need to go back.
I can't believe we've not found any ancient item upgrades to anything that we've needed this evening. Like, we're still making do with just regular versions of everything. With the exception of manacles, which was like the first ancient item we found this season anyway. More Paragon points. That can go in. There we go. And that as well. So what do we have here? Nope. 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 Nope, and nope. A whole bunch of nope. How are we doing in terms of Forgotten Souls? Oh, I can do another re-roll on an ancient thing, potentially.
Favors the bold. See you soon.
Someday, perhaps. when I'm rich.
No rings I care about. So, Gear Falcon's Foot. Let's give that another go. A Reforged Legendary. Fill. Paste. Nope. Still not what we want. You could argue that that's slightly better. Like, the higher strength is nice. Could reroll Vitality into a socket, I suppose. The attack speed does actually want to be on there. The Vitality does not. But I need the cooldown at the moment because I don't have enough cooldown on everything else. Let me pull up my plan stat. Where am I missing cooldown? Let's see, 8 there, 8 there. Ah, ring. Yes. So my Justice Lantern. Oh no, that's got it. Is it my Compass Rose that I'm missing it on? Yes, okay. So I'm missing it on my Compass Rose because I've got a socket on there. And since I'm missing it there, I need it here. Oh well, not to worry. We'll just wait until we actually finally manage to roll that into Ancient. Let me switch back to my chats and stuff. That's good to hear, Epic. You know what, actually? If they had a Diablo 3 style action RPG in the Star Wars universe, I think it would be excellent. Not even necessarily like directly in the canon universe, just they've got so many like fringe planets and stuff. You could very easily have something going on there, like isometric, different classes, skills, loot, etc. Basically, just skin it all in Star Wars, and I think so many people would have a whale of a time playing it. I'd probably enjoy it. Closest I think I've played other than that would be like Knights of the Old Republic. So going for another 68. Yeah, if I can get these gems up to 68, that'd be really nice.
Are you ready? Then your trial.
Not ready yet.
Good. Glad you agree. Hello, monsters. Anyone at all?
Patience.
There's not many people around here. Let's try and move on and find a collection at least. So, 70 more Paragon levels, approximately. The ballpark where I'm aiming is roughly where my brother got to from his stream. Hey, Sniper Daily! How you doing? I'm having a fantastic evening so far. Done with work for the week. Managed to solve a few problems just before I left, so I've got absolutely nothing work related hanging over me for the weekend, which is good.
Patience.
There we go, there's someone. That's getting a bit painful. Of course, I do have like a healing potion that I can use. Haven't used it in ages, actually.
Not yet.
We're slightly ahead of the curve.
Not ready yet.
By the light we dare.
Could still do with finding more champion packs, though. Not very many of them around at the moment.
Patience.
Dead end. That's alright. We'll clear this lot out and then head back. And back up this way, I guess.
Not yet.
Do it. Do what?
I enjoy that. Patience.
There we go. There's another one. Oh, right. We're still doing the Star Wars quotes.
Not ready yet.
That's fine. So long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that really matters here. Okay, let's go in.
Not yet.
Had enough.
Patience.
Oh, there's a speed pylon. Why not? That'll increase our attack speed quite nicely as well.
Not ready yet.
So many shields go out at this point.
Not yet. Burn in the light.
Still not very many champion mobs, he says as another one turns up.
Not ready yet. Not yet.
Awesome. And the channeling pylon means that I can horse around as much as I want. For a little while anyway. Oh, there's some blues over there. Let's go for them. Well, we've still got the ability to just ram this down their throat. Channel my hatred, yes. Topical.
Not yet.
Does it count as channeling my hatred if I'm just channeling? Does Crusader have any channeling skills? I don't think they do they?
Not yet. The crusade marches on.
So I reckon by the end of the stream, you're going to have quoted the entirety of all of the Star Wars films. This isn't a bad thing, just that seems to be the way it's going. Or is it just only the quotable bits of it? Am I trying to push to 70? Yes, basically. I'm trying to finish off the season journey, and getting to 70 is one of those parts. So we are creeping forward slowly. That's not worth fighting.
Not yet.
You can hear me, can't you, Sniper?
Not ready yet.
Because it would be awfully embarrassing if like this was all on mute. Yeah, I suppose technically that's quotable. I don't think you really needed to mark that it was Chewbacca though. It was fairly obvious. Oh good, yeah. So I'll show you the season journey progress in a moment, as soon as we're done in this rift. And you can see what we've got left planned for this evening.
Not ready yet.
Power pylon will be very nice. Would be nicer if it was Rift Guardian time. Help me shortcut that a little. But I'll take this anyway.
Patience.
Gosh, that was painful.
Not ready yet.
So yeah, we are kind of on like the fringe of our survivability.
Not yet.
And Arthas, the camera might be fine. It might be just Windows being terrible. Oh right, laptop camera. Check that you don't have something else already using it innately. That's my only advice.
Not ready yet.
Like if you've got a Dell, sometimes their Dell webcam detect process just like fires off and goes mental by itself. In my experience.
Not yet.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Alright. Blighter, my least favourite at the moment.
Patience.
The FBI is using it. Yeah, could be that. Hopefully not. But yeah, it could be. Let's not stand in his poison.
Not yet.
I've popped my healing potion just to save me from actually paying attention too much. 7 minutes 20 seconds again. Like within a second of our previous time again. Let's get Bane of the Traps up a little. If we can. Yeah, and then Pain Enhancer a bit. Baby steps.
Town.
So they all need to come up to 70 as well. Turn this in. And then have a look at the season journey. So yes, 3 legendary gems to 70. That's one of the things we're doing. At the same time as reaching Greater Rift 70 solo. That's the other. We also need to cube one more thing, but I need 5 more Death's Breaths to do that. Which I'll pick up the next time that we need to pick up a Greater Rift Keystone. So there are plans in place to do that. It's just going to take us a little while. I think we've got another Keystone we want to get through first. Possibly. I'll have a look in my stash in a second. Yeah, just one more to get through.
You look like you could
Justice Lantern, come on. No.
When I'm rich.
Laughable, but no. Also no. Yeah, all of that is no. Just salvage everything. There we go. Good riddance. So dump these in. Was there anything I needed to do still? Gems are all fine. How's my followers' gems? I don't normally look at her stuff. Oh yes, I did upgrade those, so they're fine as well. All of her stats and everything is okay. I could change her Oculus a bit, give her more attack speed. But I don't have any Death's Breaths at the moment, so I can't. That's fine. So another Greater Rift 68. I could possibly push to 69. Ah, you're bailing for PUBG as well? No, fair enough. Hopefully you have a good few games fallen, but do come back soon. Anyway, enjoy your PUBGing. 68 or 69? I think 68 again.
Are you strong enough to survive the trial?
Just because our survivability is not hugely increasing. Those are some pretty low odds, Epic. More Star Wars, I presume? Ah, thanks, Arthur. I do eventually plan on going to sleep, so yeah, bear that in mind. Even if we don't finish our season journey tonight, I will be going to sleep at some point.
Had enough. Not ready yet.
Hopefully we'll get there, but yeah, just to forewarn you, it might not happen. It's been making good progress though this evening. I reckon we'll be fine. Oh right, screaming period.
Not yet.
Yeah, that would require some like life changes. Like for me to stop. Like there'd have to be a pretty good reason.
Patience.
Like, I don't know, work disasters or something.
Not ready yet.
Work disasters that needed my out of hours attention far more than we currently have anyway.
Not yet.
Or I suppose hardware failure. Yeah, that could do it. Hopefully not though. God, that would be awful. What would I do with my time? Probably watch Netflix.
Like chaff before the wind. Not ready yet.
Speaking of Netflix, so it started recommending me really weird shows. I think because my wife watches a lot of stuff during the day, which I have very little influence over. And one of them is a reality TV show about baking desserts called Zumbo's Just Desserts. And it's strangely hypnotic. Like this master chef is challenging all these amateur chefs. And I mean like proper amateur chefs. Like one of them's a carpenter and one of them is a stay-at-home mum. And so yeah, like none of them have like actual experience being chefs. Oh gosh, this is not good. And they're making these like super fantastic desserts, and they all look so delicious. And I'm watching it, I'm thinking, like, half this stuff you don't actually want to eat. It just looks too nice.
Not yet. Patience.
It'd be really nice to be that good at baking, but I don't know, spending 4 hours just on one dessert seems a little excessive even for me. I'll do a sponge cake in a few hours. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, Sniper. Wallerfried is here, I think. Or did he disappear? He might have disappeared already. He definitely was here.
Not yet.
He tends to stay a little quieter in my streams.
Patience. Not ready yet.
Like, tends to have it on more just in the background.
Make your peace.
What is my favourite Diablo 3 entity, physical design-wise? That's a tricky question. I don't know, to be honest. Like, Juriel is kind of interesting, being that giant caterpillar worm type thing.
Not ready yet.
Other than that, Maiden of Lust, maybe? But then she's just like a centaur spider hybrid thing. So, maybe not. Maybe the new ones that were just introduced with the latest patch.
Not yet.
Like some of the... what are they? The Hemitic
Light.
Coven?
Not ready yet.
Nice. Like, which version of Diablo, though? Are we talking like Diablo 1 Diablo or Diablo 3 Diablo? Because he's changed his look over the years ever so slightly. It's all very similar, but also it's slightly different here and there.
The crusade must
I suppose a lot of the angels are pretty good as well. Like Imperius is fairly fantastic to look at.
not ready yet.
Cool, that's that sorted. Another missile dampening one over there is not going to be fun.
Had enough.
Right, hold on a minute. I think you're trying to... oh, no, you're not. You're just referencing this version of Diablo. No, that's fine. Sorry. I thought you were trying to link an image and I was rushing over to chat to allow it through. Okay, so you've got a nice statue of Diablo 3 Diablo. That's cool.
Not ready yet.
Are you in my Discord? If not, get in there. Link should be below the player. And post a link showing the picture of it. Because that'd be really cool to see.
Not ready yet.
Ah, no, yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
Enough.
Did think it was strange that they all kind of went quiet at the same time, but... He's just poaching my viewership and, like, tempting them with games.
Not ready yet.
Same as always. Trundle, trundle, trundle!
Not yet.
I need to get myself a drink. I am getting parched from talking non-stop. Fortunately, I have some right here. Just need to pour it.
Not ready yet.
5 to 8. We're about 60-ish behind where we want to be.
Patience.
Camera fudged up. What, mine? Oh, yours. Ah, right, okay. No, sorry. The chat came through on my screen reader in the wrong order, so that was very confusing.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Not ready yet.
Hello, Choker.
Patience.
There we go. Ever so slightly slower. Mostly that's from me just not paying attention too much.
Let's see the gem.
Yeah, post one from online if you can't take a photo. That's fine. It's going to look the same, isn't it? Cool. 68. 68. 68. Yes. We are 6-ish steps away. And I'm going to pour myself some Coke. Let's go turn this in.
The blood runs true.
Yes, the blood runs true.
That will look nice on
Someday, perhaps, when I'm rich.
Why am I using Fire Shield? Because it does more damage, basically. Yeah, that's all there is to it. It does more damage, so therefore is better. People with more time than me have run the numbers. Combust, because it does the area of effect damage as well, does so much more damage than Shattering Throw, because it's twice as much damage for the hit anyway, but also within 10 yards. Yeah, that's basically all. Because the fragments don't really ricochet between extra people, so it's not like you're getting like a 9 times effect if you've got a group of 3. So there is reason behind it. This is normally something that like Fallen or Wallafruit would be able to explain better, but that's the basic behind. Another puzzle ring that makes like 4 or something. 3. There we are. How do you put things in Discord? Hold on 1 second. And I shall fix it for you. I suppose first question is, are you Donnie in Discord or are you someone else? Okay, I've just changed. Yeah, I've just changed the permissions in the Diablo 3 channel, so hopefully you should be able to paste it in there. If not, let me know. Hopefully. Ah, there we go. Excellent. That looks hella sweet, I have to say. That is so cool. That is fantastic. Man, I am very envious. That is so awesome. Cool. Right. Anyway, every guide says use sorry. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I've mostly just built around for doing this as a fire thing. So I've got fire skills boost over here. I'd have to re-roll that over into what, holy otherwise, which is possible. But fire seems to be working better for me. That area damage really does seem to stack up because it also, for every person that gets hit there, triggers the area damage. Where is it? This one as well. So they can kind of like cascade off each other as well. I've got people getting grouped by my Enchantress with the S of Johan, which helps pull them all together for the shield to actually do its magic. Yeah, it just seems like it's performing better for me. course, your mileage may vary. If you've got different bonuses to different damage types, then yeah, by all means, Shattering Throw could well be better for you. But again, like I don't run the numbers on these and say this is definitely the best thing. It's just what I've been having fun with. You had to put it somewhere very special to keep it from the cats. Yes, that is exactly what cats will do. Cats will do two things. They will walk behind and push off everything that is fragile and prone to falling. And if they can't do that, they will sick up on everything you hold dear. That's the two things that cats can be guaranteed to do over time. Right, that can go in there, that can go in there. These can just all get salvaged, don't care about any of them. Compass Rose, how's that compare? I could roll the armor into socket instead. Would that be better for me? No, it wouldn't. No, that's worse. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, these the statues and other peripherals that you can get, they are very, very nice. I knew a guy that had like display cases, like weird glass domes plated things and stuff, and would sit them on pedestals, and he had like they're all about like this big, about the same size as my face, for like all of the games that he played. Like he had a load of Metroid ones, he had some Mega Man ones, he had an old Castlevania one, which I thought was very impressive. Oh, that's a shame. There's nothing worse than having it like just segmented, lost, damaged in post and stuff. Because it's always so hard to prove and get your money back or get a replacement or anything. Right, just catching up on some messages. Won't be very long. Alright, back to the stream. So, we are slowly pushing forwards to try and get Legendary Gems to 70 and our Greater Rift up to 70. I think, was there one more? No, that's it. So, we need another 5 Death Breaths as well. So, we'll just do another regular Rift. Oh, and since we're doing that, swap this over to Nemesis Bracers. There we are. That's our speed farming build, kind of. At least as speed farming as we get.
Brave the rifts, and you will be well rewarded.
Not yet.
Hopefully we'll come across some pylons fairly quickly.
Patience.
Yeah, Sniper Daily, I've not tried experimenting too much with the different runes. This has been working fine. I did try Shattering Throw while I was leveling for a while, and it's fine. Screen just gets very, very busy as well, which I'm not sure I like. But yeah, it could definitely work better. Wouldn't know for certain without like extensively trying. I mean, I suppose you could like try and put some sort of simulators together. I think D3 Planner does something to that effect.
Not yet.
But there's so many assumptions that go hand in hand with that, like about creature density, position, efficiency of skills, and things like that. I wonder how Diablo 3 would be in VR. I don't know. Would your perspective be still isometric, top down? Feels like that would not work as a VR thing.
Save much is on.
Like it'd have to be MMO, like World of Diablo type thing for it to be VR, I think.
Not ready yet.
Which I would play. I would play the hell out of. I don't have an Oculus Rift, but I would go and steal my brother's.
Not yet.
Or maybe it could all just be from the zoomed in perspective. Like, just follow cam the entire time. Why does that even exist anyway in this game?
Not ready yet.
It's impractical for everything. It's impractical for seeing your character even.
Bad luck for you, friend. Patience.
Let's move around a little. Try and keep my health up. It's that damn poison again.
Not yet.
A most thrilling battle.
I'm not sure that was the most thrilling battle.
Not ready yet. Bad luck for you, friend. Patience.
Start up Akarat's champion again every time it expires. Yeah, my cooldown is just so that I've got a tiny overlap. Really, really want to make sure you can keep that 100% uptime. Not only for the extra death that it provides you, which is invaluable, but also because of the damage boost. Because without it, you're basically doing nothing. And damage reduction, of course, from the set bonus.
Burn in the light.
Let's not get frozen. And also, let's move past all of that. Go away, guys. Too many of you all at once.
Not ready yet.
Alright, that's that sorted. Run around, pick all these things up. Lovecraftian Diablo would be interesting. Like, either as a crossover or as a separate game. There's certainly enough mythos there.
Patience.
With, like, Migos and, well, other eldritch horrors. Could even, like, travel to ancient Egypt and, like, go have a chat with Narliotep and others. Find the Liber Ivonis. Maybe just some ancient stones. Get some sigils up for defense.
Burn in the light.
Yeah, there's...
Patience.
Yes, of course you mean hello. Also, hello.
Not yet.
I don't think Diablo is the guardian of a greater evil. He doesn't seem to have the responsibility in him. He's more about the now and less about the long term. Plus, he's got such a large ego that if he was responsible for keeping a greater evil at bay, he would be talking about it all the time. Like, he's the Lord of Terror. He would be breaking that out as a trump card for terror.
Not yet. Make your peace. Not ready yet.
Let's get slightly better positioned for this lot. Almost done.
Patience.
Certainly got the 5 death breaths that I needed. No pylons this time.
Not yet.
So Nemesis Bracers, not a good call this time. In general, yeah. Just hasn't paid off for me this time. There we are. Back to town.
I need to go back.
Oh yeah, you don't really get much for just a T13 Rift, do you? Give me more rings.
Someday, perhaps.
Yeah, Greater Rift's far better for Blood Shards. Far, far, far better. Do I think I could survive every boss fighting me at the same time? Depends on what difficulty. This difficulty? No. Just hard? Yeah. Right, extract legendary. We only need to do one more, so why not? Spoilers as a character, you actually have a use. Torment 10. Ooh, maybe. possibly do it on Torment 10. Bit hard to gauge, actually. Salvage, 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 salvage. All right, let's try a 69. Not a 70, 69. Because we do have to like keep pushing this forwards. There's only one way to get better, and that's to get the experience required for it, really, and the gear.
Not yet.
And the only ways to do that is to subject ourselves to it all first.
Patience.
Would really like it to not be poison, though.
Not yet.
Actually, arcane in general hurts as well. In fact, it all hurts.
Like chaff not the wind.
Yes, blacksmith level 11, I believe, does the salvage all things.
Had enough. Not ready yet.
I honestly didn't notice because the first thing I did was a challenge rift, which gave me enough death breaths and enough cash to just level my blacksmith immediately all the way up. But yeah, I do remember it's something like that. Oh, fighting on stairs is awful.
Not yet. Before the wind.
So does not work in general.
Not ready yet.
Winged assassins. They are souls of the skies.
Patience.
Enraged phantoms. They are the tanks. Or rather, artillery guns of the spirit world. They kind of deploy themselves when they put those arms down.
Not ready yet.
It depends on what you want to do, actually. The campaign is only really good for one thing, and that's the story. Or, at very specific points, getting specific legendaries. Like, if you know you want and need Leoric's crown, then as soon as you hit, like, level 18, you can go through the campaign to collect that from him fairly early, and it only takes about, like, 10 minutes to run through and get it. The rest of the time, Rifts and Adventure Mode is better for everything. Pure leveling, Rifts and Adventure Mode, definitely. Like, if you want pure leveling and you don't have friends to level with, just hit up Pools of Agony level 1, 2 and 3 because they've got great monster density. They're all skeletons, they're really easy to kill. Not complicated attacks or anything, nothing you really need to be aware of. No resistances, no special elemental stuff, basically. They're just the fastest, easiest things to fight. And repeat. And repeat. And repeat. And do it on the difficulty that you can handle, pretty much. Like, if you've got a fairly good kill speed, just keep trundling through them. You'll get the massacre bonuses for bonus experience. And if you're not, then you're probably on too hard a difficulty, because you want to be keeping up the momentum. Then if you keep all of that up, and you don't go insane, go back to town every couple of levels to buy a new, or fashion a new item from the blacksmith. You should get to 70 in about 3 to 4 hours. You can go faster if you're luckier with the drops, or if you're pretty refined in your leveling technique. Maybe if you've already worked out what skills you're going to use along the way, or you're familiar with the class, so you might be able to get it down to about 2.5 hours. Faster than that, you probably need outside assistance. For me, it usually takes between 3.5 and 4 hours. Really depends on how good I'm playing, but for the most part, I'll just play on either hard or master. Expert is not worth it in my mind. Mechanically speaking, it's a worse ratio for experience to monster difficulty than all of the others. I've got health link. That's fine though. Just going to make it harder for themselves as I bounce these back and forth between a lot of them. Cool.
Not yet.
Still doing okay. I might try and push one of my gems to 70 and then work on the others, rather than keeping them all leveling in line.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, that's a really good suggestion, Sniper Daily. 4 to 5 hits kill speed on non-elites.
Not yet. Patience.
Friends don't necessarily make things better, but yes, I know what you mean. Like in games like this, yeah, it's more fun with friends.
Not yet.
Shield pylon, that takes the strain off a little.
Had enough.
Let's run forwards while I'm immune to damage. Got to keep an eye on how long that has left, rather than running into danger.
Not yet. Like chaff before the wind.
Probably about 15 seconds worth more. Oh, hello blues. Very nice.
Not ready yet. Bad luck for you, friend.
I don't have the patience to pull an entire dungeon down to one person. Like, that's a very specific sort of vengeance.
Not yet.
Nice idea, though. Obviously, when deserved.
Not ready yet. Make your peace. Quickly. Patience.
Yeah, scarabs can be dangerous.
Not yet.
Everything can be dangerous in great enough numbers. If you lack the specific resist that you need for it, physical resist in Scarab's case, or extra melee resist, or even like the elemental Scarabs in Act 3, they can be particularly bad as well. I want to save that power pylon for the Rift Guardian, as we're fairly close to it, if at all possible.
Not ready yet. I enjoyed that.
So if I can get these guys down, that would be nice.
Patience.
And then as the Rift Guardian appears, run back for... Is that enough? Oh, almost. Run back for the power pylon. Oh, 99%.
Not ready yet.
I don't want to run back too far. There we are. He'll chase. Probably. Possibly. Maybe you won't. Fine. Wheel chase. What are you doing, Cold Snap? Don't you want to fight? I haven't fought Cold Snap at all this evening, actually. Anyway, there we go. So that was very nice. We got that chest armor. There we are. Yeah, installation bars. 99% but never 100. Come on, 70. Yes, okay. Come on, push to 70. Come on, push to 70. Yes, okay. So I've got... The next one's going to be 5 attempts to get Pain Enhancer up. And that should work, I hope. Like, statistically, it should work.
Akarat favors me.
Right, bit more strength, bit more critical hit damage, bit more life, bit more gold find, because why not?
Fortune favors the bold. See you soon.
Let's get these trinkets done.
When I'm rich.
Identify. Oh, it's chilly here in the UK at the moment. Got a blanket on my legs, but my arms are getting cold. What do we have? Vigilante belt. Again, don't care so much. Alright, good night, Sniper Daily. I hope you enjoy your CS. Cuirasses of Akan and their ancient. Finally. Finally, some ancient legs. Let's pull up my character plan. So, strength, vitality, resist all. That's kind of what I want. Strength, armor, smite damage. Close. Let's replace smite damage with vitality. And then it's basically the same as the current one I have, but just better. How many times have I fought greed? About 11. Maybe 10. Right. So, that smite damage is being replaced with vitality. Or resist. No, it can't be resist all because it's got fire resist on. Vitality, that'll do. Yeah, that's just better now. Awesome. You've only gotten greed once. Well, all you need is puzzle rings. So, if you've got these, just whack them in a cube. Go off and fight greed whenever you want. Leg wraps, Mariner's Die. Also, that's fairly low for vitality, so I shall change that soon. Leg wraps. Mariner's Die. Gotta make sure I look like Captain America, of course. And then let's improve this bit. We do have a small amount of reroll potential here. That'll do. As close to good as I can hope to get anyway. Salvage everything else up. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And how are we doing for Forgotten Souls? Only 40. So we need a little bit more before we can do another reroll to attempt an ancient. So should we try 70 finally? This could be it for everything in our season journey in one go. My boots are kind of off and he wears a mask and not a helmet. Yes, it's kind of best effort though, really. Isn't it? I mean, out of the things that you've got in Diablo 3 available as looks, this is about as close as I can get to it.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround you.
Hashtag ah!
Not ready yet.
It's going alright so far, but we've not come across any champion packs. Yeah, get my rips ready for 70. Oh, hello. It's like that, is it? Walls go up.
Be gone.
Not ready yet.
It's okay so far. Let's not fight up upstairs, though. You know how much I love that.
Make your peace quickly. Not yet.
That's fine. Yeah, but you are an enchantress. It doesn't take much impressing for you. I'll just have a nosy off to the side.
Not yet.
Yeah, this does feel easier than the last one, actually. There are no hacks, though. Someone called it streamer luck the other day. Which people actually think is a real thing, by the way. Also called whitelisting. So when a game company realizes that someone is streaming their product, they send all the good juju their way. So that it looks like an entertaining stream. And so the game seems more popular and more fun than it actually is.
Patience.
Had enough?
And no, of course it's not a real thing.
Not yet.
Actually, it's 16 viewers if you account for the ones over on Twitch, and however many are on Mixer that I don't actually keep track of. Yeah, I think they're more like official people. I think are more likely to watch on Twitch because that is seen as the gaming platform. Although personally, I prefer YouTube Gaming for its interface. Twitch does seem to be treating its streamers better recently. YouTube feels more like a videos after the fact type thing, really.
Not yet.
Really? That sounds awesome.
Not ready yet.
Like, I'm assuming it was entertaining rather than just like to piss them off or because they didn't like the stream or something.
Not yet.
But who knows what their motivation is. Both. Nice.
Patience.
By the light be damned.
I really hope these gem upgrades work after this.
Patience.
Oh, power pylon.
Not yet.
Power before Zakaru.
Patience.
Let's clean that out. Yes, that's fine. Oh, conduit pylon as well.
Not yet.
Make your peace. Quickly.
Not ready yet.
Skeletons used to die after a certain number of hits, I believe, rather than because of the damage that they took. Or did they change that?
Not ready yet.
By the light be damned.
Because yeah, that's why people were really pissed off, was because it didn't matter having like damage reduction or anything.
Patience.
Oh right. Yeah. Unity is what you're thinking of, but it requires the follower to also be wearing Unity.
For the win.
Not yet.
In fact, if you can persuade someone in a multiplayer game to wear Unity, that also works there. And they would take half the damage you would. I wonder if you could actually build something around that and have someone just spec for health.
Not yet.
Like 0 DPS, just healing myself, hiding at the back type.
Not ready yet. Patience.
New meta, 0 DPS heal monk. But they would only take half the damage anyway, wouldn't they? So, and it would only work in duos. It's not like that would work in like a 4-player thing. Unless everyone wore it, in which case it kind of like just spreads. No, I wouldn't do it in hardcore. Definitely not. That would be just asking for trouble. Like theory craft something like that in softcore, maybe.
The Rift Guardians have arrived.
Not ready yet.
All right, Raziel, what are you doing?
Not yet.
That actually triggered a death. That did. But that's okay because it was my prophet death. And I get more of those. That triggered another death.
Not yet.
Let's just be a bit cautious about this.
I'm fading.
Oh crap, that's an actual death. Right. Let's flee for a little. I've got 50 seconds to look after myself. Yeah, things are problematic at the moment. We're fine. I'm just going to sit here for a moment while he's not following. Oh, there he is. Hello. Different level. How about that? You're going to follow me here? 27 seconds. We should be fine. So, when the fatal damage is taken from Akarat's champion, it does return you to life. And it uses up death, but it does also take down Akarat's champion, which means that you then have a very short window where you are not safe. That triggered indestructible. We're fine. This is going to be fine. We're going to go back in a moment. There we are. Yeah, you should definitely get that for your Templar.
Not ready yet.
Okay, we've triggered one death. Oh, just did it. Ooh, that was close. Very nearly triggered another double death. So yeah, Champion of Akarat went down. Still had my indestructible there at the end. But gosh, that was close. That was very hard. So much damage at the end there. Come on, don't fail me. Come on. Come on, come on. Yes! Season journey complete. Oh, thank goodness. You weren't there to watch. Why not? What were you doing? Let's equip that. All done. So now we can drop it back a little to something a little bit more sensible for our level. Witching Hour. And not a bad one either. Eating pie. Yes. Fair enough. Cannot fault you for that. So Witching Hour, that can come sit down here next to this one. Pie and ice cream. Very nice. Oh, 2 Witching Hours. I shall review those at some point. Let's salvage this up. That can go, 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 that can go. Let's throw these in. Let's speak to Auric. Turn that in. Another few Paragon levels. That can go in here. A little bit more health. Yeah, very, very touch and go at the end. Kadala, give me some rings. Another Unity. Get rid of that. Honestly, don't care. And we've managed to burn through like 300 millions worth of gold just empowering these rifts. Cool. Well, yeah, that's it. That's it for the season journey. Literally everything that we needed to do. So from this point on, it's just, well, I suppose, grinding to see how far we can get if we want. Where's the leaderboards? There we are. Let's see what the lowest tier is. 80. That is quite a considerable boost. And in fact, in order to get on there, it's going to have to be 80 with a time faster than 11:21. Van Gogh. Oh, that's yeah. Well, definitely wasn't saying Van Gogh. So 80. Could I get to 80? How long is left in the season? I don't know. Something to consider anyway. But that's going to be the end of the stream for this evening. We managed to do everything that we wanted to. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. It's been really good having you here. And yeah, thanks especially Arthur, who's been keeping me company, just chatting away for the entire stream. Really appreciate it. It's been fantastic having you here. I do stream every Thursday. Normally, it's been pushed back to Friday this week because Christmas and stuff, traveling to see family and stuff has gotten in the way. Alternatively, very occasionally stream at the weekend as well. So be sure to subscribe to me and make sure you turn on the notification icon and you can be told when I'm going live next. Aside from that, Monday evenings is often recording for videos during the week. So you can tune in, but don't expect a huge amount of chat. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me for this evening. So thanks again, and I'll catch you next time.